Let me ask you something real quick. What if the only thing standing between you and the life that you want is the story that you keep telling yourself? On episode 2 of the From Zero podcast, we are diving into mindset, how you must stay positive, you must keep telling yourself that good days are ahead, and even when you get hit with bottlenecks and obstacles, you have to remain positive in life.
Before you pack your bags to Dubai, ask yourself this: are you mentally prepared to become uncomfortable and sacrifice everything you've got? If not, don't come. Mindset.
Definitely face challenges when you move out here.
100%.
Definitely, it's part of the journey. I don't think anyone that has moved out here hasn't had some kind of setbacks or obstacles that they've had to overcome.
Yeah.
There's been loads for me, like business. One thing that stands to mind is getting scammed for an apartment.
Did you, yeah, when you first moved out?
Yeah, man.
No way.
Yeah, fucking. It was a fake Airbnb site. Yeah, so I got done for $5,000
Wow.
for.
And that's so you moving to Dubai.
Yeah, so when I
away.
first moved out here, I booked Airbnb first of all to start with for the first 2 months. Done all that in the UK, all sorted, all sweet, and then that 2 months was coming to an end, and I thought, you know what? Before I get settled somewhere in that with a estate agent and that, I thought I'd rather do another Airbnb, and I went on. People are gonna laugh at this. I went on to do Bizzle. And obviously that's a red flag, but someone told me to go on there. I went on there. There was an apartment. It was in downtown. It's so funny. I had a jacuzzi on the balcony. I was like, yeah, I'm having it.
On the man.
Yeah. And then I ended up getting done for, I got done for £5, man. Like fucking, yeah. But listen, it is what it is, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's a lesson learnt. So that's it. But yeah, that's just one of the setbacks. That was the first 6 weeks I was out here, I think. Yeah, so I was out here like 2 months, and I think that was about six weeks in that first apartment. But what about you? There's definitely been some setbacks, hasn't there?
Look, I think mindset, setbacks as well, but I think touching on mindset, I think everybody's mindset pre-Dubai is way different. People look at Dubai, they see fast cars, they see the nice lifestyle, they see the nice apartments, they think, you know what, that's a bit of me, I'm going to move out. And those people are not here now. People think it's easy. They think you move to Dubai and you make money straight away. And I didn't think like that because I didn't know too much about Dubai. But I think for me, the biggest setback for me was managing both businesses. Now, very successful business in the UK, started to become a bit unsuccessful, UK I'm speaking about, when moving to Dubai. Why? Because I just took on too much. So like my online educational course, which churned hundreds of thousands in like 2022, 23, sort of the arse fell out of it. Why? Because I moved to Dubai and I took on everything. I thought, you know what? You've got your 4 hours in the morning, you're going to start at 11 and you can catch up here and do that. But then you forget as you go later on into the day, that time's creeping up on you. And you don't realise how demanding and pressurising Dubai can be. Like, it's not for everybody. Deals here happen around the clock. Yeah, I'll do a deal at 6 a.m. in the morning. A guy come in the office today at 9 a.m. spent $20,000. I said, bro, this is Dubai. No one is spending $20,000 at 9 a.m. anywhere else in the morning, or even thinking about buying a Hermes bag, So I think that was the biggest obstacle for me, just sort of diving in the deep end with no clear plan, if I'm being brutally honest, and a few sort of mishaps and brick walls that kinked in the business, but it sort of shaped me to who I am now, and the comeback's coming.
Yeah, I love that.
Love it. Setbacks. There's been loads. Obviously, with business, it's just part and parcel, right? But I got a funny story. We moved, we got an Airbnb as well when we first moved, because we obviously wanted to just find out like where we wanted to live. And we've got like 8 suitcases, like it's an absolute nightmare, 2 kids. And then I think it was like the 3rd night, Yaz has just screamed. I'm like, oh, fuck, like what's happened there? Come out, there's cockroaches everywhere.
No.
Like, we're obviously fresh in a new country, you don't know what's like going on, cockroaches in the house. I'm like, mate. So I rung them, they's like, yeah, we're not moving you.
No
So
way.
yeah, they're like, no, we're basically, you've got to stay, we'll come and kill them. So
Exterminate.
so that night we had to sleep there. Like, I probably got about an hour's sleep. That I was lit because I'm scared of everything as it is. I'm the world's worst. So so that happened, and then they came. They actually killed them all. They were like, it's done. It's like, all right, fine. 2 days goes past, nothing. Then it happens again. So like for us, that was just massive. Like straight away, I was like, I'm in a new country, and then we're back to move. Like we've got suitcases everywhere. It was just an absolute nightmare. So we never got off to the like best start with the gaffs, but yeah, it was just funny. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think anyone gets off to like, unless you're proper prepared and you've been coming back and forward for a while. I don't think anyone gets off to like a really like flying start at it,
No.
because one thing when I moved out here, I thought, oh, Dubai is like, you know, everything is like 10x out here. I thought it's going to be really easy to like set everything up, like because I've been spent a lot of time in Spain, and Spain's always like mañana, tomorrow. And then when you get out here, it's like just as bad, if not worse. Like you've got to get your ID, your Ajari, your electric, like everything. It's quite hard work, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? When you set, then you're dealing with like estate agents and real estate, and you've got to go and sign all these papers, and then when you pay your rent, you've got to do your checks, and it's like it's quite hard work. And then I think about sort of younger people that move out here, they haven't really got no experience with all of this stuff. It must be difficult, and
Definitely.
that's one thing as well. Like when I first moved out here, a lot of people reached out to me that I know that was living out here. That's like, if you need any help with anything, let me know. Now I understand that, and I try and do the same. If I speak to anyone on Insta, or anyone that messaged me that is moving out here, I try and make an effort to like either meet up with them for a coffee, or give them a little bit of a hand and help, because I know what it's like when you first move out here. So I try and help them with like setting up their Ajari and stuff like that, just to try and do something nice back.
Plus, everyone sees you coming, don't they?
Yeah.
After about a month, I said to my missus, I was like, why is it that everyone is trying to have me over? Like everyone.
They think everyone.
Always.
They think everyone's caked at it. It's funny because like you go and get the littlest things. They're like, boom, that price. You're like, what? No. What are you talking about? Like,
just on that point about like everyone's caked. I think in terms of like mindset, it was really hard for me. I think for the first few months, because obviously it's motivational to see all the wealth, etc. But if you haven't quite yet got it, it's actually difficult to live alongside, if that makes sense.
Mate, 100%.
Because I'd have friends doing this, doing that, driving about in this, driving about in that, and when you haven't got it, but you've got the mindset to want to go out and get it, but you ain't got it yet, like it's like a balance, because some days you're motivated by it, and other days you're demotivated because you're thinking, like, I want it now. So it's a bit of a weird balance.
And I know people we all know, I won't say no names, but I know people out here that have had it hard, and like they've been at different jobs, it hasn't worked out, they've tried to do something else, and I look at, there's a couple people that like come to mind, I look at them and I think, you know what, I fucking respect you, because
100%.
It's not easy out here, and the fact that you're still out here and you're still grinding and you're still turning up, I really respect that, because it's not easy, and you could have thrown in the towel at any time, but these people are still out here and they're still pushing, and good things are going to come their way, because people that keep turning up every day do get you get rewarded for hard work. So like I really respect people that are doing that, and there's a couple people that come to mind, we all know them. And it's not easy, is it?
Not at all. But you know what, I think, touching on what you said, Dan, the reason those people are still out here is because what you said there. Now there's two types of people in Dubai that look at, when you move out here, and I'll go in, how many conversations have we had, and I'm like, mate, I'm going to buy a Cullinan, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that. And that's only because, I'll be honest with you, because you come out here and you look at the wealth around you and you think you've got to either keep up with somebody, or you stay in your lane and you just trust the process and you know you're going to win. And I think the difference between that is having a mindset of knowing that you're going to win, or having a mindset of trying to win and keep up with people when it's not the right time. So what I mean by that is, but those people that have been out here and that we know, and they've gone through it all, but they're still here because they've got the mindset to win. They're just staying in their lane, and they're trusting the process. It's easy to come out here and go and live on the palm and buy the nice car and think, I'm going to make money tomorrow because everybody else is. But then that's the sink or swim, because if you don't, you fucked it, man. Like you've gone in too heavy, you've jumped in the deep end, and you've not gone in it with the mindset to win. You've just tried to win because everybody else is. You tried to get from A to B too quick without doing the stuff in the middle. Do you know what I mean? And it don't work like that. And it was about, so sorry, we're 2026 now, so this was at 2024, about 18 months ago. And my online business was great. At one point I was working with over 60 clients. Everything was going well, and I wasn't really fulfilled with what I was doing, in terms of I was doing the job and I was doing it well, but I weren't really getting that
I weren't really loving it. Do you know what I mean? I weren't really like enjoying what I was doing. And I remember thinking like, oh, you know, why am I not feeling the way that I need to feel when I'm working really hard, and like I should have this, and I start thinking about all these things. And I remember I was in a coffee shop thinking like this, and then I walked back to my apartment. Like most apartment blocks out here, you've got like communities and you've got obviously the workers.
Yeah.
And I remember like seeing the same workers that I see every single day, and it was like 7 o'clock at night, and one of them was like washing the floor, and like I looked and I thought, you know what? I thought, here's me moaning about why are things not taking off when this geezer's working at 7 o'clock at night, and I know that he got there at 6 o'clock in the morning because I see him every morning as well, and he's like washing a floor that doesn't need to be washed. And I understand that it's his job, but like sometimes you have to take a step back and just appreciate all of the things that you've got going on in your life, and things that you've been able to, you know, get, and the fact that I've got a nice apartment and I've got a nice car and I've got all the things that I've always ever wanted. And there's people that are working like 16, 17 hour days, and sometimes you just got to take a step back and just like appreciate and just think, you know what, my life is okay. You're thinking about all these other things, but you're actually doing okay, and you should appreciate everything.
Yeah.
I think I've always, like for years, I always thought manifesting, gratitude, that was all hocus pocus.
Yeah, same.
For hippies. But what you just said, it's so powerful. Like, I do it all the time. The workers out here, like, you just see them struggling and you think, oh, like, I'm moaning, but like, I'm living the dream.
Yeah,
like,
your worst day is someone's best day.
Yeah,
100%.
And I was the same with you. The big thing that helped me in mindset out here, me and Lauren had a gratitude book, and I remember her buying it. And I'm like, me writing what I want to achieve in a book, right, is not going to get me to where I'm going to get me to. And I agree. Yeah, you writing what you want to be and how you're going to be and what you want to aspire to be, isn't going to get you to where you need to be if you don't put the action in. Mm-hmm. So the big mindset for me, because moving out here, like even what me and Lauren done, this is mad actually. So we got when we moved into our new apartment that we're in now, we got 4 sticky notes, and it was like, you are amazing, you're going to win, you're going to be the biggest shopper in Dubai. Lauren's one was like, you're going to be successful, you're going to be this, that. And sticky notes, don't stick. Yeah, they don't stick, do they? They don't. No, I'm telling you now, still now, we put 6 sticky notes next to our mirror. They've never come off the wall.
Yeah,
and it was the weirdest thing ever. And everything that is still on those sticky notes have become reality.
Yeah.
You know, and it's why with the new online course that I'm bringing out for aspiring resellers, the reason I'm coming back with it is because the story that I'm going to, the lifestyle now isn't faked. You know, one thing that I always got told by marketing companies doing what I do is pretend you're this and pretend you're that. And I was like, no, I will be that. But once I am that and I can show that lifestyle and that lifestyle is genuine, then I will show it to the world, you know, because I can't do the whole, I get it. He's like, yeah, rent a Lamborghini because it's manifestation. But I'm like, bro, I know, but there's manifesting and renting a Lambo to drive, and there's putting it on Instagram and telling everyone that you bought it when you ain't bought it.
Of course, listen.
You know, and I can't do that.
Listen, you're in a position now where everything that you do is what you do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So you again manifested it, whatever you want to say. You've gone from there to there. You've made it work, right? But one of the things about Dubai is, you know, if you're lazy, you ain't gonna survive, are you?
No,
because
not
like
at all.
it's just like it's so fast paced out here. And again, we spoke about this like on the last episode. Like for me, I'm inspired by other people. I see other people doing well and doing these things, and I'm like, I'm inspired by that. Like I want to work harder. I want to push myself more. I want to train harder. All of these things, because that is probably one of the best things for me about Dubai is every day you wake up, whether it be 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, whatever it is, you're seeing people that are like bettering themselves. Do you know what I mean? Maybe the sunshine makes a difference. Maybe, I don't know what it is. But like for me, when I wake up, I'm like, bang, I'm like, let's go, let's get it. That's been one of the most important things for me. And in terms of mindset, look, I'm not going to lie. I've had like dark days living in Dubai.
Yeah.
Like I've had days where I didn't want to get out of bed, and I've had days where I've been looking at my laptop and I've got all these great ideas, but I'm not getting anything done.
Yeah.
You know, like you've probably been there before. You're sitting there.
Man.
You see, yeah, exactly. Bottlenecks. You're sitting there. I'm like, right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to launch this. I'm going to launch that. And I don't actually get anything done.
Yeah.
And then I find myself on YouTube watching shit that ain't going to better my life. Then I find myself on Instagram sometimes scrolling through reels. And then, you know, this is probably one of the things with like social media is people, you know, you post the best, hide the rest. sometimes you get sucked into it yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you go to your restaurants and your coffee shops and you're posting all this stuff, and then you think like, oh, I'm only showing the best part of my life. I'm
Yeah.
not showing the days that I
Yeah.
struggle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's been one thing for me. I've tried to, because when I've been on mentorships before and trying to push like brands and my own brand, you have to show people sort of who you are and that you're not a robot and you're not like just this same person that does the same thing every
Yeah.
day. You know, show a little bit, you know, keep your personal life personal, but just show a little bit to show people that you're not
Yeah.
this like character that just does the same thing every single day.
Yeah,
I think that's
100%.
really important for building self-brand. But yeah, going back to like the dark days, like there's been days where I thought, fucking hell, like can't do this. I'll be honest, like I've nearly moved back home a couple times now. Like the first year I was out here, and to about 6 months ago, it was the summer. I was in Spain. I was with like all my friends, all my family. Then I went back to the UK. Obviously, London in the summers, beautiful place, doing all the stuff there. And I was like, do you know what? I was like, maybe it ain't for me out here. But for me, it was about moving back out here after the summer, getting back into my routine, writing down the direction that I want to take, who I want to be, what I need to do to get to where I need to be. I was probably working with the wrong people in terms of clients, people that were sort of like bringing me down, if you want to say that, like just like, you know, negative people, stuff like that. And yeah, now I'm here. I love it. I sort of found a bit of purpose again. And I think if your mindset's not there, you have to keep telling yourself that good things are going to happen.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted to touch on, because I know a lot of people that have come to Dubai, thought about moving home and moved home. And for me, I don't get it for the people that have moved home, because I look at those people and I've had conversations with the people and I'm like, what are you going to do at home, right? Because when you move to
So
Dubai,
true, so
you become
true.
accustomed to a lifestyle. There's so much opportunity here, but I get it. And then I was having a conversation with someone, I was like, okay, cool. Whatever you do not move home, because what are you going to go and do? That person moved home and is now wanting to come back, but I think it's a lot harder to go and come. You know, because once you're accustomed to a lifestyle here, you go back to the UK and then coming back, you sort of got one shot at Dubai. So that's what I wanted to ask you, T, in regards to what was the pinnacle turning point of, you know what, I want to go home, but you've told yourself no. Was it somebody saying, look, mate, stay where you are, it's going to go well, because, mate, you're a lone wolf, like it's just yourself, do you know what I mean? So it's very hard, and the same with this person of, I want to go home, you go home. But you
Well,
obviously didn't, bro. You're still here and you're smashing
Yeah,
it.
so look, there's a couple things. Number one, and I touched on this before, it's the circle of people you've got around you.
Yeah, 100%.
And there's a reason why we're doing this podcast together, because obviously, let's just say Jimmy's not here. He's away on business, so
Yeah.
he's our fourth member. But it's the circle of people that you've got around you, and yous inspire me to work harder and to be better. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
Because I see what yous are doing, and I see how you handle yourself, and you didn't get sucked into that whole Dubai lifestyle. You didn't get sucked into drinking every single weekend. You work hard, you're building businesses. So I was like, right, I've got a great circle of people around me that I'm spending a lot of time with. And also, it was the clients that I started to pick up in terms of like training one-to-one.
Yeah.
You know, some of Dubai's, you know, top entrepreneurs, top 1%, and so being with them and getting advice from them, like free advice from them, and sort of like breaking things down. I thought about, all right, if I go home, what am I going to do back home? Because I've done a little bit of a 360 in terms of like, had my own gym, transitioned to online coaching, didn't do no personal training, and now 10 years later, I've gone back to doing one-to-one because I love it. I've still got a great online business, but I limit the amount of people that I work with now online, because I can only work with so many people at one time. So I've limited that, and the clients that I now work with online are people that are turning up every single day and they're getting great results. So that was one of the things. But I was like, right, if I go back home, I need to find a studio that's going to be my own, because I can't work in a gym.
Yeah.
I'm not going to earn the money that I want working in a gym. I can't work for someone else. So I need to find a studio. I need to find an area that is going to work. So is that going to be in central London, or do I go back to Essex and try and build up from there? The money that I now charge in Dubai, I'm not going to be able to charge in the UK, because people are not going to pay it. And it's not that I'm not worth it, but because you're back in the UK, people will moan about certain prices of certain things.
Yeah, of course.
So like, I was like, right, so I'm not going to be able to earn the money that I want to earn. And also the caliber of clients, like out here, I'm working with like people that don't cancel. They turn up to every single session. Like again, Jimmy, I trained Jimmy. Like I've trained him Saturday morning. I've trained him this morning before he's got his flight to Dubai.
Yeah.
He could have easily said like we're following a plan, right? And a program. He could have easily said, "Oh, I missed the date." He was like, "No, let me get my session in. Then I'm gonna." And that's the sort of people that I want to work with, and the people that I am working with. So for me, it was about, right, is my life gonna be better moving back home, or is it gonna be elevated working out here?
Yeah.
And what do I need to do to elevate everything by staying out here?
Yeah.
Like, who do I need to train? Who do I need to spend my time with? What do I need to do day to day? How do I need to manage myself? So there was loads of sort of like things, but yeah, I think it was just sort of like breaking things down, and then number one, believing in myself. Like I said to myself, look, I've been doing this for 10 years now. I've put in so much work. I've done hours and hours of one-to-one sessions. I've done hours of coaching and Zoom calls, and like I've got the reputation to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
So it was just about like me saying to myself, like, you know what, fuck it. I am who I am. I've done the work. I've done the hard work. Now let's sort of like take it to another level.
Yeah, back yourself.
Yeah,
I think that's the
100%,
biggest thing.
yeah.
You got to back yourself in anything you do. 'Cause I think that's the thing in the UK. Nobody's ever going to back you.
Nah,
I think
no
that's
way.
where my mindset shifted here. Is that there's people here that care.
Yeah.
Now there's a difference between caring in Dubai and caring in the UK. If you tell your friends in the UK, I'm going to move back, they go, mate, do it, come back. Listen, like, look, we go down to the beer, we go to the beer garden on a Friday, and we'll do this and we'll do that, because they're not really seeing the bigger picture. Where here, you tell someone, like, I remember when me and you sat in the sauna, we mentioned this in the last pod. I was like, mate, no way. Like, this is like, find your purpose, do this, do that. Where other people would just be like I said to my mum when the first month that I come out, I was like, I'm not too sure, you know. And I made an exit plan, which I mentioned before. I made an exit plan about the showroom back going back. She's like, yeah, do you know what? If you don't like it, come back. Which that's just mums being mums, but you need that group of people, friends, that circle saying, mate, we're not letting it happen. Yeah. You're better than that. You've got this, you've got that. You're going to absolutely smash it. You're not going back. Because when you surround yourself with winners, you are a winner. Do you know what I mean? You surround yourself with bums and people that are not really aspiring to be who you want to be, you sort of just end up picking up them traits and just sort of just giving up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, Yaz wanted to move back a lot.
Yeah.
So with our business, as I said in the last pod, we weren't established. So we pretty much came here and started the business, if you like. So we had a couple of months beforehand. And I don't think we started doing very well as a business. Like, we were getting by and it was okay, but we didn't really start getting like decent money until probably about March.
Yeah.
So, and we moved in September. That's a long time.
Yeah.
So it was difficult, and then I just had to back myself, like you said with you. Like, because it was the first time I'd ever owned a business, but I knew that throughout my whole life, anywhere I ever worked, every single person would always make remarks like, "No one's ever worked as hard as you," or so I thought, well, I know how to work hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to work, but I've got blind faith that it will.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to outwork me. I'll just work and work and work.
Got to back yourself.
Back yourself, and then obviously that ends up putting a strain on the relationship as well, because you're out. Like, the only thing you know to do is work.
Yeah.
Like, it's fight or flight. You're not going to go and sit indoors and watch Netflix when you know that, well, I'm not making the dough I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like I was juggling it all, and then I'd come home and then I'd have to be salesman, be like, listen, like, and then Yaz at one point, after a while, she was like, look, I've got 100% faith. Like, I know you're going to make it work.
Yeah.
And then I was like, right, I'm free now to just go out and smash it. And then touch wood,
That's it.
we've ended up doing
killing
really
it.
well. And
For me, it was just about what makes me happy. And even though I built this amazing online business up, like I said, I wasn't happy. I wasn't enjoying really what I was doing and being glued to my laptop. And it allowed me to work. It allowed me to move to Dubai because I could work from remote anywhere in the world. And like I said, I still coach. I've still got, a good bunch of clients that I coach online, and they're all getting amazing results because now they're getting all of my time and all of my energy. But I had this conversation with Steve, we obviously mutual friend, one of my clients, and I said basically what I've done in terms of like doing a 360, sort of stepping a little bit away from the online side and going back into one-to-one training, and he was like, it's really refreshing to hear that, because it takes a lot of like guts to do that, because
Yeah.
you know you're sort of like turning away money, but you probably done it at the right time before it got too big, where the money's so good that you can't step
Yeah,
away
yeah,
from
yeah.
it,
And then you're stuck.
and then you're stuck.
Yeah.
So he said that to me, and obviously like Steve, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's mega, and I was like, you're right. I was like, I probably got in there just like, I believe in everything happens for a reason, and the timings, everything like that. And I was like, I probably just got there at the right time
Yeah.
before maybe things got too big. And one thing with like my coaching, it's always been me. Like you said, like I've never had a team. I've never passed people onto other coaches behind the scenes and that. I've done everything myself.
Yeah.
And that was probably draining, doing everything myself. So every Zoom call, every WhatsApp message, every voice note, every bit of program, like I've done everything. So yeah, I probably took on too much.
Yeah.
But I was able to like take a step back, and like I said, 6 months later, like I'm loving what I'm doing, because I know that I'm really good at what I do. I know that I get amazing results, and I'm able to work with people that are the people that I've always wanted to work with. Like I've done 30 hours PT sessions this week. Do you know what I mean? Like it's Saturday morning. That's in 5 and a bit days.
Yeah.
And one of the things that people used to always say back home when I used to have my gyms back in Essex, we used to like, I never planned on moving to Dubai ever. And like a couple clients, like one of my clients, Laura, she used to say like, oh, imagine if you like lived in Dubai and you was like working in hotels and training all that. I was like, nah. And then like, sometimes you think, fucking hell, everything that you spoke about 7, 8, 9 years ago, I'm actually doing. Like
Yeah.
my client's
Mental.
pulling up in a Bugatti. Do you know what I mean? He's pulling up in a Bugatti, and then I'm training him in one of the best gyms in the world. He's getting a fucking sick results. I'm like, everything that I've ever dreamed of, I'm actually doing. So that was a massive thing for me to actually like take a step back and think, you know, everything that I've ever wanted to do, I'm actually doing
Yeah.
day to day. And I would not be able to do that in England.
Mate, not
Hand
at
on
all.
heart.
Someone pulls up in a Bugatti to a gym in England, mate, they're getting kidnapped. It ain't
Ain't
happening.
happening, is it?
It ain't
Do you know what I'm
happening. But
saying?
no, I'm the same, man. I think everything I manifested, but I didn't realise it was manifestation then. It's just the dreams, you know. I dreamed of having a showroom. I used to lie about having a showroom. When I took my office in a shed, which was...
Yeah, you was in the shed, weren't you?
Yeah, mate. So when I left my job as a recruitment consultant, made a lot of money doing it. I'm a glorified salesman, you know. I sell ice to the Eskimos. I was still a little bit scared about taking an office. I thought, you know what, let me ease myself in. So what I've done, I built a shed in the garden, done it up to the nines. I mean, like grey herringbone floor, Monopoly art on the wall. Mate, I'm telling you, the ceiling was here. So you couldn't stand up. So I would sit down in a little grey chair, and the way that I would shoot content, no one could tell me otherwise. And because I live close to the city, I could tag Liverpool Street. So everything that I sort of sugarcoated a little bit become reality.
Of course.
After I outgrew the shed, I took an office in the city, Sushi Samba, which was mad actually, because it's the same office as my old manager. My old manager just left the company, set up a recruitment company. Now I'm in the building with him. I was like, mate, we dreamed about this.
Yeah.
And then I'm now in Dubai with a showroom full of stock. And I always wanted that in the UK, but my mindset, one, weren't strong enough. It weren't safe, and I didn't back myself enough.
All right, so let me ask you a question. What was the shift in mindset?
Do you know what? I remember sitting, because I took an office, and the thing was to have an office where people could come and build a team. Well, after I took the office, I thought, you can't have anyone come here, you're going to get robbed. And why build a team? This is your baby. I had very much an imposter syndrome. So I sat in that office. I mean, I was in that office from 7 a.m. and I was the first one in, first one out of an office building of probably 30 offices, yeah? And the security guard would go, bro, do you ever stop? Do you sleep? Because I would see him leaving in his night shift, and I would see him arriving for his night shift, and he'd be like, bro, you're still here. And I remember sitting there one day, and I was like, you know what, like, you are going to be the biggest and best personal shopper, but it ain't going to happen here. I said, because you want to go bigger and better, it's not safe here. And I would say, yeah, I left, it's like I'd sort of, something went click at the right time, because as I left, I mean, 4 to 8 weeks after, the whole industry collapsed. People got robbed, some of the biggest resellers shut shop, brands that we was distributing, the discount stopped, access stopped, the big players in the retail stores left. And I remember sitting in Dubai thinking, wow, because I've shifted the whole business model now. But the big turning point for me was I was turning away big deals because I didn't back myself enough. No, you can't sell a Hermes bag. Where are you going to get a Hermes bag? Who are you going to sell a Hermes bag to? Who's going to pay 20 grand? Same with the watches. You know, I didn't back myself in finding a supply chain to supply the RMs, the Pateks, and I would turn away deals because of safety. And I remember I had a friend in Dubai who's my business partner now, and he's like, bro, come to Dubai. I said, bro, it's easy for you to say because you live in Dubai. Yeah, I'm going to shift my business, come with my missus, say no to an office that I've just taken. I still had the office I still paid that bro, $5,000 a month I paid for a whole year.
Yeah.
I paid just shy of 52K and not being in an office. Even that was hard. And the turning point for me was like, you know what, you're going to be the biggest personal shopper in Dubai. There's a glass ceiling here in the UK. Go and do it. You've got nothing to lose. You don't have a house. You don't have a mortgage. You still live at home. And you've built an amazing brand that if you really do back yourself here, you should be able to take that to Dubai, put the legwork in and make it happen. Yeah. And I remember landing in Dubai. You had eight suitcases, yeah? I had about 15. When I say my missus brought the whole house, just me and her, on a BA flight. And I remember getting out of Dubai thinking, how are we getting these in a taxi? She got in one, I got in one, and we took another one with us. And I went to my pal's apartment, and I remember sitting there thinking, what the fuck have I done? Yeah, like, this is too much of me, man. Like, business partner's like, bro, sweet, let's meet up now, let's do this. I brought loads of stock over. Where do we put the stock? Driving around Dubai with a boot full of stock, which, don't get me wrong, was amazing, but it just wasn't me.
Yeah.
You know, because I just thought I need a showroom, but I weren't ready to take the leap, and I done it. And it was the best decision I ever made. But for a good 6 months, I was like, this ain't gonna work. Like, is it the right decision? Do I go home, speak to my mum constantly? You know, like the missus was struggling as well. She's like, look, this ain't for me. And I remember saying that, like, we had that conversation. You go, I'll stay, I'll make it work. And if it doesn't work, we'll go back.
Yeah, it's unreal, man. Like, I moved here with one suitcase. Like,
Did you,
literally,
yeah?
I left.
You got more clothes and shoes than anybody.
Now, listen. Obviously, I collect sneakers, right? Collect trainers. So that's all I cared about.
Yeah.
I've got, like, still back home in England now. I've got probably about 120 pairs. Everything, Off-White, Jordan, that's my thing. I used to buy one pair a week, spend all my money on trainers, right? In my flat that I used to live in, I used to have like 100 pairs of trainers in there, like, no joke. So that's all I cared about, and I was like, I need gym stuff, shorts and t-shirt, that's it. So I moved out here with one suitcase and left everything else behind. But like you said, like, the first few weeks are hard because everything's different. You ain't got a fucking clue how it works out here or what goes on, and it's mad. But touching on what you just said, like, I knew you was different. I knew you was a different type of animal when we spent Sundays together just before Christmas.
Yeah.
So we trained in the morning, and then we went to the mall. You had to pick bits up. We're in Laura Piana. We're in Chanel, picking all bits up.
That was a proper day in the life, wasn't it?
A proper day in the life.
Unplanned as well, that
Listen,
was, bro.
I had about 20 coffees. I'm sitting in Laura Piana drinking a black coffee thinking, what's going on here, man? He's got 5 bags. And then we've done all of that. But, like, you sold like 5 bags on a Sunday afternoon. And I was like, fuck. I was like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Like, this is like, who the fuck is buying just bag after bag? Like, it's mad. Then we went back
mad.
to the office, people coming in, people bringing in kettles, people bringing in everything. Like, I think you could, listen, I know you're a luxury personal shopper. I think you could probably sell anything in that office. I
Mate,
think if someone put a
100%.
line in there, you could sell
It's
it.
all
couldn't
for
you?
sale.
But I've sold
all for
everything.
sale.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I love Dubai. I've done private jet charters. I've sold bags. We've got Trenduto, the supercar company. Like, we've done Bugattis for clients. Like, I've done some of the biggest watches in the world. Do you know what I mean? I've done some of the most expensive bags in the world. You're never going to have that in the UK. And that's where the mindset shifted, is when I started to see money here. Once I started to back myself, I even looked in the mirror the other day. This is really weird. And I stood there, and it was, well, you know, when I was going to come on the run, but I didn't come on the run. But I stood there and I was like, mate, why are you saying no? You are the man. Yeah, you are the best thing in Dubai for personal shopping. You're the gaffer. You're the, like, and you have to remind yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
And I put that quote up, is some people don't think they've come so far because what they're doing is crazy. Like, where you are is crazy. You don't think you've come, like, you don't really realise. And I stood back, and it was Lauren that said it. She's like, do you see how far you've come? And I said, you know what? No. I said, because everybody else will see it, not me. Because if I do a big deal today, I don't think it's good enough. I want to do bigger tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, like what you said, you might do a big deal.
Yeah.
You want to go bigger. Jimmy's the same. Me and Jimmy talk all the time. I'm like, mate, I made this. He's like, bro, tomorrow we're going to make that. And what is amazing for us is because where we're so much in the business, the outside look on us, people look at you and go, smashing it, mate. He's got Steve, he's got Jimmy, he's got all the 1%. But you might not see that yet because it's just what you love to do.
Well, you know what, for me, right, this was the whole thing with personal training and one-to-one. Like I said, I know that no one is going to outwork me when it comes to personal training, because
That's the energy.
one thing is, I'm the most reliable person ever. If we're booked in at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm there 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, I don't cancel. I'm not late. I don't let people down. And I've had it before with clients who have come to me and they're like, oh, do you know what, Tommy, I was with this trainer and he was great or she was great, but they kept cancelling on me. They kept promising me that they'd do this time and they kept, like, not showing up. And I was like, you know what, it's not good enough. It's like there's going to be trainers out there that have got more qualifications. There's going to be trainers out there that, you know, have got much more in terms of like knowledge than me. But what I hold myself like to the highest level was, I'm going to be the most reliable. I'm going to make sure that when you come and do your session, you not only have a great session, but you leave feeling unbelievable. Because I've done hundreds of hours. I know how to. A lot of people ain't got people skills. They don't know how to like be around people.
Yeah.
You could be the you know, have the most qualifications in the world as a trainer, but if you can't talk to someone and you can't spend an hour with someone, then, you know, you're just gonna get forgotten about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that was it. I did start believing in myself, thinking like, do you know what? I'm the 1%. I'm someone that should be training these high level clients, entrepreneurs, business owners, you know, real estate agents, everyone. Like I'm that person that is gonna not only get them great results, but if they book in a session at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna be there.
there.
I expect them to be there.
Yeah.
If they want to train on the weekends, I'm gonna be there, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do everything I possibly can to make our experience the best.
Yeah. It's sick, yeah. I mean, we're the same with business ourselves. Like, literally, if I feel so guilty if I don't get back to someone, like, in seconds.
Mate, I'm the
like,
same.
It's terrible. Like, I went out for a walk with Yaz the other day, and she's like, "Are you on the walk or are you working?" I'm like, "Listen, there's been a few texts come through. I can't leave it."
Yeah.
Like, for me,
I can imagine you having a baby in one arm, phone
Yeah,
in the
but
other.
like-
Have one of them wraps on, you know, where they carry the baby in front
but
of
it
them.
is, and like, obviously, you read a lot about like give everyone your time and like be present and all that, and I do get it, but like, look, there's different people in the world. I don't have that luxury at the minute. Like, I want it.
I
but
don't think it exists yet, man.
Yeah.
Work-life balance, yeah. No one understands that. That infuriates me, yeah. I get it all the time. Mate, put your phone down. Mate, have that. No, work-life balance is one of the hardest things ever, because when you're so passionate about what you do,
Yeah.
that balance does become work. So like, I went to the Maldives, I still work, but that is my look on success. I'm on a sun lounger, I'm in 40-degree heat, I'm oiled up, and I'm still doing deals. Like, I dreamt for that. Where when I worked in recruitment, and I remember this is why I left recruitment as well.
Baby oil or carrot oil.
Bit of both.
Bit of both.
It depends what mood I'm in.
Top or bottom,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? And I remember sitting in on a Friday. The owner of the recruitment company went, "See you in 48 hours." That was my pinnacle of
Oh,
leaving.
mate.
Yeah, and I walked, and I didn't go to the booze, and my pal went, "Mate, I thought he was going for a beer." I said, "Bro, I gotta go." And then I texted him. I said, "Bro, did you not hear what he said, mate? He said he see you in like that. What he's saying is every single week, all you've got is 48 hours, and then you're enslaved into the rat race. This ain't for me, mate."
No,
and
mate.
literally a month after that, I left. So I thought, I'm not here to relax for 48 hours. I want to do something I enjoy and be able to have my own time, but still be doing deals and making money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think again, like, it doesn't happen overnight, and it's not, you know, it's not something that you just fall into. But being your own boss is obviously a game changer, because
mate.
you control your schedule. You can handle your time the way you wanna, because you
Yeah.
ain't got no one telling you what to do. So like, business owners being their own boss, being able to create their own schedule and how they spend their time. That's obviously unbelievable. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we're fortunate to all be our own boss and all,
Yeah.
all you know.
Still
do what we
requires
do.
the right mindset though.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
100%.
you've got to be more disciplined than anyone. 'Cause
Yeah.
where you are the boss, like, no one's actually saying do this, do that.
Yeah,
you
well,
got
you know,
like,
let's shout
go.
out Jimmy, because again, one of the hardest working people that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And you know, he's your partner, he's your brother, but what he's able to achieve in a week is insane. Because, you know, I train him, I see the work he puts in the gym. Because look, yeah, he's one of my best mates, but I fucking push him so hard, and it's the reason he's probably looking the best he's ever
Yeah.
looked, is because
Yeah,
like, I've took it to a whole nother level. But he's in the gym, he's doing his training, then he's like, right, I've got a meeting here, I've got to go there, and like, he just, there's no chill. But that's the reason why you have been able to elevate to the next level, because of the mindset and you just wanting it bad enough, innit?
I think we're really similar in terms of like all or nothing, but like, it genuinely is all or nothing. Like, with everything I do, like, even stupid things, like I like golf now. Like, every day, gotta go golf. Like,
Yeah.
my mates will text me about it and be like, "You're not well, you." Like,
Would you say you've got an addictive personality?
yeah, massively.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
have.
the same.
And that-
I
that's-
think a lot of people have. That's why I don't play paddle, because I know if I start playing, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I
It's
ain't, yeah,
It's dangerous, so you got to be careful what you actually start doing.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you just all in.
Yeah,
But
that was me with trainers. Like, I've always loved trainers. like, you know, Meteor, Bethnal
Yeah.
Green High Road. Do you know what I mean? I remember my
Still
nan.
there.
Yeah, my nan took me in
Is
there.
it?
Still there.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
still there. But they was fucking. They was
So
smashing it
dear,
back
Yeah,
in
he
the day.
paved the way for
Yeah.
sneaker reselling.
Way before his time. Way before his time. But I remember like I was going there early days, early 2000s, Air Force Ones, Dunks, everything. But
I wouldn't even early 2000s. I would have been like 1 or 2. I wish
Yeah,
I knew you,
listen,
mate.
Come on, bro.
I used to love it
You'd
as
have been my
well.
biggest
Getting
client.
the
Listen, I'm
TNs.
90s baby, ain't I? Do you know what I mean?
Mad.
So, but when I started to earn money, like listen, my mum and dad have always like provided and give me everything. Like the hardest workers always give me everything I wanted. But when I started to earn my own money, then I'm paying £500 for off-whites. You know what I mean? I just got
No.
addicted to it like that, and that's the same with anything. Like if I start playing paddle, I'm fucking playing every day. You know what I mean? I just can't do it. Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
naughty.
My thing was just I was addicted to making money.
yeah, because you watch
I
Wolf
was
of
the
Wall, you watch
tightest-
Wolf of Wall Street,
Mate,
man.
I was
You
the tightest person ever. Right, when I knew how to make money, I was like, wow. Yeah, I would miss going to dinners, going out, and do you know what? It's worked in my favour because obviously it's allowed me to scale and become successful a lot quicker than probably others.
Yeah, you selling sweets, weren't you?
I was selling everything, mate. I sold everything. Yeah, I sold sweets, I sold Beats headphones, I sold Match Attacks, I sold Shag Bands. Remember them?
Yeah.
Break and used to have them conspiracies. I sold absolutely everything, and then obviously, luckily, fell into high end. But that all stemmed from standing outside a shop making. Mate, I'll do anything to make money.
Right, so look, let's go back 4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever think that you'd be sitting in a podcast studio in the position that you're in right now with the business that you've built and everything that you've got around you? Did you ever think that, like, did you ever manifest that and think that was ever going to be achievable?
4 years ago, 2021 was a massive turning point in my life because that's when I really left recruitment. So if I'm being honest, not to this extent, and I sit there with Lauren sometimes now and I go, man, like, do you know how incredible life's going to be? Life's incredible now, but I've sort of not done certain things that I want to do yet because I'm sort of stripping back a little bit.
Go on, what's one of them things that you want to do?
Well, look, me and Lauren speak all the time. You know, I could go and live in a much bigger house than I'm in now. I could go and drive a nicer car than I'm in now. But for me, it's been like build, and have that lose it all mentality. As you said, I'm all in or nothing, right? Like I've paid hundreds of thousands of pounds for this new tech for the business. We looked at our stock levels. Like my stock levels are insane. Like my stock levels are over £1.5 million. You know, so I've gone all in rather than doing certain things. So if I look back 4 years ago, I manifested where I am now. I've always manifested going on a podcast, let alone starting our own. You know, I've always manifested living alone. And I used to think at 21, I could never live alone. How can you live alone, man? Without what? Bro, my mum used to make my bed at 21. Yeah, I've only just learned how to iron clothes. Yeah, because my mum would just always iron my clothes. Do you know what I mean? She'll clean up. I'll go to make the bed. She'll go, no, I'll do it. So 21, no, I knew I was going to be successful. Always knew I was going to be successful. Didn't know how I was going to get there, in all honesty, because people always go, what's your 5-year plan, 10-year plan? And personally, I used to think that was ludicrous. Like, how do you know what you're going to do in 5 years? Maybe you've got an inkling or a manifestation sort of book of where you want to be, but don't know how I'm going to get there. And then, 2022, it was 2023 that I knew that, and that was the pinnacle of knowing if I'm going to come to Dubai or not. I just remember sitting there and going, listen, you're all in or nothing. If you want to really go to where you want to be, you've got to up the fucking game, man. Build a team. You've got to build systems. You've got to buy stuff. You've got to do this. And the only way you're going to do it is by making that next big move and making that sacrifice. We said it at the start, right? If you're not mentally ready to become uncomfortable and sacrifice, it's not going to work. You know, and if I didn't mentally sacrifice everything back in the UK and get uncomfortable about coming to a new country, moving in with my missus, like we never lived together before, that's massive. You know, taking a house and signing a 2-year lease, I wouldn't be where I am. You know, and
So this is the first time you lived together?
first time ever.
See, that alone, you know from
Yeah,
relationship,
that's
like
big.
when you first like move in with your partner, it's different. Like
And that's
Yeah,
make or
yeah.
break, man. That's one thing
It
I was
is make
worried
or
about,
break,
you know.
yeah.
Like we was together prior to that for 5 years, maybe. Gosh, he'll kill me if I don't get that right. 5 years, you know, like 5 years not living together because we were still young.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, man, imagine we don't get on as much as we do. Because you got that break period of like, I'm at work, you're at home. I can't see you today, I'll see you on the weekend. Now it's every single day. And I think that's a massive thing as well with mindset.
Listen,
You need.
That's why you need to have fucking you need to have a strong partner,
Yeah,
and woman in your
100%.
life who's gonna push you to be better. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's important, isn't it?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. I think just listening to you there, I was thinking about myself. I was thinking, what was I thinking about 4 years ago? And Mate, it's quite interesting actually because obviously I am a bit older, but I've only really like switched on. I've been on autopilot for years.
Yeah.
And that's because of the booze, because of the addictive personality. So like I was in that rat race, but I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think I'm better than this or what am I doing? I'll see him in 48 hours. Like none of that mattered to me because it was all about, right, Monday, where we going, pub?
Yeah.
Tuesday, feel a bit rough. Should we go pub for lunch?
Yeah.
Wednesday, we'll give it a miss today. Thursday, pub. Like, and then it just spiraled and spiraled and spiraled. And then at one point, when my second boy came along, Yaz was like, "Whoa, like, what's going on? Like, you're coming home pissed. Like, not even like merry, like pissed.
Steaming.
3-4 times a week." She's like, "This has got to stop. Like, this is not on." And so I gave up, and then I weren't happy about it. Like, it weren't my own decision. So
Yeah.
like in a weird way, I was a little bit resentful because I was thinking I don't even want to stop. But then after a few months of not drinking, mate, the clarity, like how your brain just changes. I used to sit in work and just literally look around like, how have I spent 10 years here? Like, what have I been doing?
Woke up.
And straight away from that point of like where I probably about 3 months into being sober, I was just like, right, I need to sort myself out.
Yeah.
And then like obviously it takes time, whatever. And me and Jimmy decided to start something, but it's mad.
But do you know what though, Dan? You said there about like starting late and people get so caught up in like timelines and ages and like, you know, I'm 30 and why am I not married and why haven't I got kids and why am I not doing this? And at the end of the day, you know, these are just numbers. Like,
Yeah, of course.
This is something that I think about all the time. Like, some of the best people you're ever going to meet in your life, you still haven't met yet. And some of the best days of your life are still ahead of you.
Yeah.
So it don't matter how old you are. It don't matter what age you're at right now. You've got things that are going to happen.
process.
Yeah, best
When-
is yet to come. Do you know what I mean?
When I actually went for the job, when I was doing financial advice, where I was there for 10 years, I went for a job interview. I think I was 26. At that moment in time, I genuinely thought, if I don't get this job, like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, life's over.
My life changed at 26.
I was thinking, I'm 26. Like, life's, if you're not sorted by then you might as well give up.
Yeah.
And then obviously I've done all that, and now at 36, boom, it's just completely flipped on its head. I'm like, this is mental.
Right, do you know what? There's a big trend going on in a minute about they're trying to bring 2016 back. Right, they're saying it was the last year of like when everyone was happy and stuff like that. So what? Go on, highlight of 2016.
2016.
Yeah, sorry, they're trying to bring 2016 back. So
Yeah.
it's been 10 years. So what was the highlight for you?
I started my job in 2014, but 2016 I became a qualified financial advisor.
Yeah.
And to me, that was absolutely insane. Like, I was like, I'm from Essex. Like, I didn't really think much of myself, if you know what I mean. Didn't really aspire to much. But somehow I'd started as a trainee and become a financial advisor. And in my head, that was such a prestigious job. I was like, whoa. Like, and everyone was so happy. Like, it was mental. But then it's like, that job's shit. Like, genuinely. Like, not being rude, but it's so shit. Like, you're only ever going to earn so much money. You've always got to be in work at set times. Like, there are some, like, different people out there that have managed to do it themselves, but yeah, mental.
Go on, 2016.
2016. But I should remember this. It weren't too long ago.
In
10 years ago.
In
I
school,
would have been, yeah, but he can remember it. He's an old boy. 2016. I think that was like I was deep in selling sweets then, man. I was like the Wolf of Wall Street when it comes to sweets. I used to go and do you know what and I was also deep in reselling then. Do you know what? I probably enjoyed reselling more then than I do now. Solely because at 16 I was waking up at 4 a.m. My mum and dad didn't even know where I was going. They used to think I was going football training. I used to swerve Saturdays at Hackney Marshes, right? And I used to go down to Carnaby Street with 30 of my pals, McDonald's breakfast in the morning. We used to have little stalls and I used to sit outside shops still making 20, 30 pounds. I didn't really do big flips until 17, 18. So I think that was probably, and I say this, that was probably my most enjoyable time. 4 a.m. in the morning, like you're sitting outside a shop, big wad of cash in your pocket from someone who you're doing it for. My brother's mate
It's
who I was
funny
working
you say
for.
that. It's funny you say that. For,
And I-
like for me, it was like 2016. In the space of like literally like 1 month, I had my own gym. I was a qualified personal trainer. I met the girl of my dreams. I started earning money, and then every day I'd come home from work and I'd have big wad of cash because clients used to pay me in cash.
Yeah.
So you used to feel like you was like earning your money. And then my first gym was in Debden, near Debden Station, and this is mad. Like I used to like train my clients, have this cash. I used to get on the train, go night time. I used to buy like trainers and then get a train back. And I thought I was having it because it was the first time in my life that I started getting money. And I was just like getting a train, going night time, buying stuff, going back to the gym, doing a couple of clients. But a lot's changed since 2016, isn't it?
Oh yeah, big time.
Mad. What would you, so 2026, we spoke about stepping out your comfort zone. We'll start with you, Tom. What does stepping out your comfort zone for Tommy look like in 2026?
So for me, it has been believing in myself more, believing that, you know, I'm capable of doing the things that I want to do. Like I was a shy person. That sort of changed when I started to like personal train and have my own gym, and I was spending time with random people, started to build up more confidence. So I wouldn't say I'm very shy anymore. I say I'm quite a confident person, but I am also reserved. I'm not just going to start talking to everyone. Do you know what I mean? I sort of keep myself to myself. So for me, this year has been about everything that I've always wanted to do. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let anything get in the way. Like I want to be the top personal trainer in Dubai. I want to have the top online coaching business. I want to be at all the best places where the clients that I want to work with are going to be. And I'm not going to have any self-doubt. If I want to do something, I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to let anything get in the way.
Nice, mate. For me, I think just carrying on with this whole all-in mentality with the business, just grow it to an uncomfortable size in terms of how much dough you got to lay out every month.
Yeah.
Just basically get me up in the morning.
Yeah.
Scared money don't make money.
This is it. Like
There we go.
we could easily now just chill and have a nice life, but no, it's time to take it to the next level. So it's all about growth. Yeah.
I think for me, 2024 was about learning. 2025, I earned a lot of money, but 2026 is it's takeover season. You know, it's about, as you said there, investing. I've always been invested, but it's about really, you know what? That's how much it is done. You know, like we're building tech, we've upped our stock levels. I've taken another showroom, kept our current showroom, opened a shop in Doha. 2026, and I said to Lauren last year, I said, like, this year things are going to change. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, listen, I'm going to strip back on a lot of things. So like I said to UT, I'm not going on holiday until I'm in the best shape of my life, right? I'm not doing certain things until my business is in the best position it is ever. So like we're really focusing on back end now, and it's about, this is the make or break for me because I'm investing so much money into new tech, new systems, new moves where if it doesn't work, I'm fucked. But it will work because I know it's going to work, and I'm going to make it work. And at the end of this year, we will be untouchable, and that's hands down. But I want to put myself in a position, as you said there, where I'm all in or nothing, where everything is going in. And if it doesn't work, it's going to send me under. And I like that feeling.
Yeah.
It's why we
In your
don't...
belly.
Bro. It's why I buy so much stock. Like, to look at my new CRM that we've built and know I've got that much stock fucking excites me, because if the market goes... And this is how mental I am, right? If the market goes crash tomorrow, I've just lost everything, right? But why that excites me is because I put absolutely everything into it, and I know it's going to work, and I know the market's not going to crash, and I know that I'm going to take over the industry, because there's a lot of competition coming to Dubai now. Every day I'm hearing it. I'm going to open a shop, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. 2024, Harley would have shit himself. Oh shit, man, not a good move, not now. Now, I do not care. Right, actually, I'm excited. I want you to come, and I want you to open, because we can collaborate with one another. And that's another mindset shift for me. Collaboration. That weren't a thing in the UK. Collaboration meant you're getting fucked over. Yeah, someone wants to collaborate with you, they want to nick your clients. Here, if someone wants to collaborate with you, they just want to grow together. And that's the new marketing thing for me. Collaborate with who we can, align with a brand, and just risk everything. And that's what I'm doing this year.
That's one of them things, isn't it? Like everything you just said there about all these risks that you're taking, like figure it out.
Yeah.
Make it work.
Yeah.
Don't let anything get in the way of what you've got to do. Just fucking 100% fully in, lock in.
Yeah.
It will work out.
Mate,
You know what I mean?
it always works out.
Always does.
It's magic. Like,
Yeah.
it always works out.
Yeah, but
no matter what.
But it does always work out. But the only reason why it works out is because hard work pays off.
Yeah.
Like you cannot work hard and not see results at the end. It might take a year, 5 years, 10 years, but anyone that works really, really hard gets rewarded at the end.
100%. There's a fella that lives where we live, and he's like next level, billionaire status, whatever. He came up to us about 4 months in, and he just went, I just want to tell you, whatever you do, I'm not sure what you do, it's nice to meet you, but whatever you do, you are going to the top. Let me tell you.
Oh,
He
fucking
went, I've
love
been
that,
watching you.
Yeah.
He went, every day I come in here, I get in early, you're here. I go about, I do my stuff, I come down late, you're here. He was like, it cannot fail. There's no possible way.
Look,
You need that realignment from someone of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to hear that, I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
like, that's
look,
unreal.
never in my life did I think that I was gonna train a client who pulls up in a Bugatti at one of the best gyms in the world, who could pick any trainer in Dubai, and he chose to work with
Yeah.
me. Never in my life did I think that was ever going to be capable.
Yeah.
And then, you know, sometimes you pinch yourself and you're like, this is what I'm doing. Everything that I've ever wanted to do, I'm
Yeah.
actually doing it like every single week. So it's like for me, believing in myself has been the like most important thing.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you one question. So the fitness side of things, like, you know, you're in amazing shape and you train really hard. You run a marathon on New Year's Eve with your brother. What is
Just about.
Yeah, just about. Do you know what? Funny enough, I was gonna do it, and I was like, "Fuck it!" I was like, "Shall I just do it with them?" I would have been in bits.
Oh,
I'm
mate.
not. Like, my running
Worst thing
days
we've
are
ever
over,
done.
but
Yeah, mate, insane.
yeah, no, it's madness. But how do you get yourself to the gym on the days that you might not be motivated?
Literally, again, it's so cliche, but it's just discipline. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even, it literally is not up for discussion.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as it enters, no, go away.
Yeah.
You go in.
And is it because you like it's something that you have to do? Is it because you know that you're gonna go on to have a good day by starting off the morning with a gym session or a run?
Yeah, it's got absolutely nothing to do with my body. Funny enough,
I'm the same.
it's got
Yeah.
nothing to do with my body. It's got nothing to do with health.
Do you know what? Let me just jump in. When you stop worrying about how you look,
Yeah,
you then get better results.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
yeah,
Right? Because
It's-
obviously you're in fucking sick shape. Like, but when you start thinking about how is this gonna benefit me mentally, then you actually end up getting, in
Yeah.
my opinion, better results,
Yeah.
better shape.
yeah. So it genuinely is. It's a bit like a straightforward answer, but it's just that's it. Like, I've told myself that's what I do, and that's what I do now.
Yeah.
What about you?
Standard.
Mate, I'm the same. I think, as you said there, it's not. I don't go to the gym to get in shape. Yes, I want to get in shape, but that's not the reason, you know. I think on days where I feel like not going to the gym, I had a mentor when I was like 16, 17, and he said, if you can only give 10% today and you give it 10%, you give it 100%. So if it means you go in the gym and you do 20 minutes on a treadmill, you've shown up, man. Make sure you show up every single day. Otherwise, you're only letting yourself down. So my thing is, listen, I don't want to wake up at 6 a.m. every morning. I'd love to snooze that alarm and sleep until 7:30. And do you know what? I can. And we all can, because we're business owners, right? But I sit there and I think you snoozing that alarm is you giving up today. Telling yourself that you ain't going to be able to get up and go and win the day. So I think for me, it's on days I don't feel motivated, it's knowing when I go to the gym and I don't feel motivated, I've already won the day. That little demon on my shoulder going, mate, sleep in, like stay in bed. You can start at 7:30. You've got a busy day today. But the other person's like, mate, wake up, go and get it, go and show up. You're going to win the day. That's where I get my sort of satisfaction.
Well, look, right. So it's Saturday morning today. Me and Jimmy was in there this morning training. You basically done a 12k run down
Yeah.
the beach. Obviously there was a big like sort of event thing going on, and then you walked in, you see us. I'll give you a high five. You come straight over, and you just started doing a calisthenic workout that you just got involved. He was like,
And
what,
I
we,
said
he's like,
that-
what are we doing? Do you know what I
Mate,
mean?
no
Like,
better feeling than that, you know, walking
Yeah.
into the gym, you're 2 pounds at 7:30, yeah, gym's empty, you're in the corner just smashing it, you've just come off a 12k, bang, straight in, and we started training. And it's not, I didn't jump in to get in shape, I jumped in because it's that dopamine, man,
Yeah.
of you're there, you're with your pals are smashing it, you're in the gym, you're winning the day, there's no one in the gym, yeah? There's no one in the gym because everyone else has slept in, or they've had a heavy Friday like most people do. They're absolutely hanging out their arse and they've said no today. And we don't say no. And that's why we're there every single day, man.
we don't say
Love
no.
it.
So to wrap this pod up, look, 2026, we're going to see a lot of new people moving to Dubai. So watching this podcast is probably going to motivate them. But let's give one piece of advice each to those people that are behind the screen now, worried about comfort zone, worried about sacrifice. What piece of advice will we be giving them now?
Be sensible. be sensible with the moves that you make. You know, if you might not be financially like able to do the things that you want to do right now, but be sensible, work hard, believe in yourself, take a few risks if you need to do it, but make sure that you don't get caught up and sucked into things that other people are doing. You know, stay in your own lane and just do what you feel like you need to be doing to take you from A to B.
You've stolen mine. Stay in your lane is, like, when you touched on it earlier, it really resonated with me. So that's the number one thing. Don't look at everyone else and try and keep up, because you just can't. And it like you said, you'll just end up going back home.
Yeah.
So I think stay in your lane, but also just be prepared. It's not all glitz and glamour. There's a shitload of hard work that goes on in the background.
100%.
And like what you said earlier about the Instagram thing, like, we can all put up that we've got this amazing life, and like we have, but at the same time, what goes on behind the scenes it's not normal, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Put it that way. So if you're looking to come over, you need to be prepared to just be a bit mental.
Yeah. I think it complements both what you said, is trust the process, because overnight success don't exist. You ain't going to move here. There's not going to be overnight success. You're not going to, if you're a real estate agent wanting to come here, you're not going to do a big deal tomorrow. You've got to trust the process, and you've got to persevere. Play the long game, and we've seen people playing the long game, and those people playing that long game, honestly, that are still here, I think they're going to see a big boom this year, man, because they've put the work in. They've not expected overnight success, and they've just stuck in there.